Good morning. Thank you all for coming. My name is Terry Brown. I represent Huron and Tuscola counties in the Michigan House of Representatives. I'm also the chairman of the Democratic Agriculture Caucus. It's my pleasure to be able to introduce the Ag Caucus here today. Several of the caucus members are joining us, along with Diane Byron, who will be speaking shortly. Today we also have a couple special guests, and it's Callie Fox and Adrian Walker. They're from Senator Stabenow's office. As you know, U.S. Senator Debbie Stabenow is the chairwoman of the Senate Agriculture Committee, and so we're happy to partner with them and their office also, and appreciate the good work that the Senator is doing on behalf of agriculture in Washington. Today is especially appropriate, I think, for our event because it's the semi-annual farmers market here that's taking place on the Capitol lawn. And we have in front of us today, in front of the Capitol, farmers and the products from our farms that are showcasing some of the best things that Michigan agriculture has to offer. And that's saying something. After all, when you consider everything that agriculture entails, it's the state's second largest economic sector. That's part of the reason that our colleagues here in the House and Senate founded this caucus. Our mission is to promote, develop, and to support agriculture and as a vital industry here in Michigan that provides for a healthy population, a sustainable environment, and a robust economy. This is an exciting time to be involved in agriculture. There are a lot of amazing advances in the industry, from infrastructure improvements to GPS-enabled farm equipment and to so many other new advances that are on the cusp of being revealed in Michigan. And there are challenges as well. I attended Michigan State University Ag Expo this week. Presenters at the Ag Expo identified three concerns. First, is the right kind of employees. How do we get the right kind of people with the right kind of knowledge in place to have the results and the best results we can from agriculture? Their second concern is input costs. How can we lessen the burden of startup capital to allow more farmers to maximize their ability to enter the market? And third, market and strategy directions. What's the best way to ensure that our farmers' products get into the hands of the people that want to buy them? These are all difficult questions that require sometimes complex solutions. And as chairman of the Agriculture Caucus, I can tell you that we will work with everyone from growers to consumers and retailers to wholesalers to ensure Michigan's agriculture sector remains strong. At this point, I'd like to introduce Diane Byron. Diane, as you recall, is a former legislator and founder of Byron-Fisk Advocacy and Communication. Her husband, Jim, is the president of Michigan Agribusiness Association. Diane, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you, and I'm very pleased to be able to join you today to participate in this press conference announcing the Democratic Agricultural Caucus, and want to acknowledge the leadership of the chairman, Representative Terry Brown, and the members in the legislature that make up this caucus. Just to give you some fun facts about agriculture. Agriculture is a $90 billion industry according to a 2012 study by Michigan State University. Agriculture is also the only sector that grew during the last decade when Michigan had the devastation by the decline in the manufacturing industry led by the autos. And ag is going high-tech. GPS systems now drive tractors across the field, and site-specific soil testing makes sure that you practice right product, right time, right place, right amount. Agriculture is cool. Today and into the future, agriculture is going to continue to be an important economic sector. Innovation is going to drive the agricultural economy, and rural communities, and in fact, all communities across Michigan are going to experience increased wealth for their families and their communities because of the agriculture sector. But even with all of these opportunities and excitement going on in agriculture, there's going to be a lot of challenges. And that's why a caucus like the Democratic Agriculture Caucus is so important. Climate change is happening. And you can see it oh so well with agriculture. Extreme weather events threaten the cherry crop and other specialty crops. It has serious impacts on the health of our precious Great Lakes. Michigan is having a longer growing season, and with that you find farming further north, and when you have farming in areas that historically have not had agriculture, you're going to have increased stress and needs for infrastructure to support it. We're going to be seeing new plant diseases and pests become more and more of a problem. And as you look at the issues in front of the legislature, agriculture needs to be part of the conversation. Example, the rewrite of the 2008 energy bill. We need to make sure that agriculture has access to three-phase power so that they can have the efficiencies and the ability to grow as a sector. Energy efficiency generally, cost of electricity, renewable energy, and distributed generation. You're going to be finding more and more on-site electric generation, particularly with solar in the agricultural communities. They have lots of large roofs, and they can use that power right on site. Port and rail infrastructure, both for import and export. This goes right to the bottom line of agriculture's economy and profitability. Port and rail infrastructure, workforce issues, labor and talent, as was mentioned earlier, access to wireless broadband, because that is the root of the innovation, and then water, water, water. So there are no shortages of both opportunities and challenges, and that's why it's so exciting to have a caucus that not only is focusing on that, but is going to work with their colleagues and educate them on both the opportunities and the challenges within agriculture. So thank you very much for inviting me to be part of today's announcement. And I have the privilege of introducing the next speaker, who is a member of the Democratic Agriculture Caucus, and that's State Representative Theresa Abed.
Thank you, Diane. My name is Theresa Abed, and I represent the 71st District, which includes primarily Eaton County, where agriculture plays a critical role. I am thrilled that we could have this event coincide with the farmers market that's out on the Capitol lawn. I have always been and continue to be a big supporter of farmers markets. They are a great benefit to all the communities that host them. First and foremost, it's a boon to the local economy. People can help small-scale growers, some of whom are their neighbors, and put the money they make back into their communities. It also helps foster a sense of closeness between buyers and sellers, because many times they are from the community. And of course, there's always the benefit of eating healthy foods. As a mother, it was important for me to set a good example for my children when it came to a healthy lifestyle. Eating fresh, locally produced food is a great way to promote a good lifestyle. And I am able to promote my love of farmers markets with the work I do for the Agricultural Caucus. I am the co-chair of the Communication Promotion Subcommittee, which promotes our agricultural image to the non-farming public, but also focuses on stressing the integral part our agricultural base has on our economic recovery and on the rich heritage it brings to our great state. Now I'd like to turn things over to my colleague, Representative Tom Cochran, who will talk more about the work of the Agricultural Caucus. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Theresa. As Theresa said, I'm Tom Cochran, and I represent the 67th District, which includes several Ingham County communities, such as Mason, Leslie, Stockbridge, Dansville. Much of my district is a rural district, and I understand how important agriculture is to my constituents. But agriculture is something that affects everyone. After all, without agriculture, we wouldn't have anything to eat. The Agricultural Caucus includes members from every corner of the state, from sparsely populated districts to many urban districts. My fellow caucus members and I are committed to ensuring the success of agriculture of Michigan in several ways. For example, as the co-chairman for the Caucus Economic Development Subcommittee, which deals with applying agricultural techniques to other industries and growing Michigan's economy in new and exciting ways. Our other subcommittees deal with people, communications, infrastructure, and local food sources. These are the areas that we feel will have the greatest impact. But in the end, it comes down to the residents of Michigan. After all, as elected officials, we are here in Lansing to serve them. We're here to let the people know that agriculture is important to us because it's important to them. And we're here to listen to them and take their concerns to our colleagues in both the House and the Senate.